Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Grown Gaming's Dead Space 2 Hardcore Walkthrough Let's Play. And in this episode we're gonna get through what I think is really the hardest part of the second stage, or second leg of the game, if you will, like the second part. Or is this the, yeah, it's the second. We'll get to the second save in this episode. But I have to apologize once again. I feel like I've had to do this a million times over the past few months, really. Life gets in the way. I'm not going to harp on it, just rest assured that it's not because we don't want to do them. Really, I wish I could do one every day, because this is like, to me, Let's Playing and making videos and editing and all that kind of stuff is really, really fun. And the fact that all this other crap gets in the way and prohibits me from doing that, it kind of, honestly, it wears on me after a while. And when I look at the channel and it's been over a week and a half since I uploaded an episode, that, first of all, it's a shock, because it feels like it went by an instant, and, it's just, I'm gonna honestly make a really concerted effort to get an episode out every other day at least. And watch out for this pregnant right here, by the way. Pregnant's like I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I mean, you've seen pregnants before in this Let's Play. They're not really harmful, and they give really good rewards for their, oh, he didn't even die. But just make sure you don't, like I just did, don't shoot them in the stomach or whatever so they explode all over the place. Because those things can drain your health way faster than they really should. But, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Joe has the first episode of Max Payne out. And there's one thing I want to talk about as far as the channel and all that. The next time Joe comes over to my house, or next time we get together, something, we are going to do, actually might even do a Skype call or something, I don't know. We're going to do the 100, why can't I talk today? The 100 subscriber special and the 100 video kind of thing all at one time, because it should be our 100th video. And we're going to, I don't want to spoil anything, but we're going to basically lay out the plans for the future of the channel, like what Let's Plays we're going to be doing, and just basic info for the channel. And I really recommend you guys check that video out when it comes out, because it's going to be pretty important. It's not really important, I guess. It's just, if you're interested in where the channel is going to be heading, and what you can do to get involved, I guess. And make sure you get this Ruby Semiconductor here, because that's an easy, 10,000 credits? It's just sitting there, pick it up. But the 100 subscriber special / 100 video special, I mean, it's not gonna be what I was gonna do is have like a montage of all the Full Grown Gaming's history, like moments and stuff. But honestly, and you know what, I might still do it. It's just not gonna be in that video. But it's gonna be a whole bunch of information that you guys might care about. But the reason I brought that all up, I created a Twitter for Full Grown Gaming, and I never in a million years thought I would do it, because I see all these other people doing it, and I'm like, that's stupid, you don't need that. But apparently they actually have good reasons for doing it. The YouTube sub boxes, I just realized over the past few weeks, are absolutely horrible. They hardly ever get the videos out on time, and even when they do, I mean, half the time they don't show up in the sub box at all, which is really disheartening when you spend, an hour or two making an episode or a video or whatever, and they just decide not to show it. So that's pretty annoying. Excuse me. But Twitter is a way that we can get our videos out to you guys as soon as they come out. Every time I upload a video, I'm going to post it on Twitter. And if you guys ever have any questions, just random questions or whatever, instead of PMing me on YouTube, because that can be kind of wonky sometimes, just go ahead and post on Twitter and stuff, and it should be a really easy way to get you guys, or keep you guys posted, and to keep the conversation between us and you guys alive. So if you want to, I'm not gonna harp on it. This will probably be the only time I mention it. Joe might mention it in one of his episodes, but if you want to, go ahead and do that. Now this room right here is a pretty annoying room to me, because they come out all over the place. Like there's 4 or 5 spawn points in this room. Apparently it was easier than I thought. But there is a bench down here, and I'm going to probably use one or two nodes, yeah, on the force gun reload. Yep, memory is actually better than I thought. Pretty soon I should be buying that Seeker rifle. And when I do, man, the game just flies. I don't know why I waited so long to get it, but maybe it's because you don't really need it for this part. This part is the beginning of the hard part I was talking about, because it's like the zero gravity part. Coming up, there's going to be a part where if you basically, if you touch any walls or you touch any spinning things, you die and you go back to your last save point. So I'll let you guys listen to this little cutscene. Well, apparently that wasn't a cutscene, whatever. Oh, I don't know why I just thought of this. I know Joe does his little gaming update, but I hate to take stuff from other people, but I felt like I should let you guys know what's been going on in my gaming world. I finally got Seriously 2.0 in Gears of War 2, which was my last achievement, DLC and all. So I never thought in a million years I would complete Gears of War 2, especially ahead of Joe. Like, Joe's had one achievement left, seriously, for the whole time I've ever known him. And I finally got it. I just grinded. I finally got all those kills. And this part right here is the first really annoying part, because you gotta maneuver yourself quite precisely. So let's listen to this guy.
I've locked the processing cycle on, and you in with it. It ends here, Clark.
It doesn't have to be this way, Titan.
It does, and it is. Goodbye, Clark.
I thought that was a pretty cool way of putting it. It does, and it is. But if you stasis that left part, and then you stasis this one right here, you can just fly right through. Well, I wouldn't go haphazardly through there. I'd take it very, very slowly. To me, that is the hardest part of the whole section, and it didn't look that hard. But if you twitch a little bit on the controller, you're done. I was going to say if you twitch a little bit on the mic, which reminded me, my mic stopped working, my Xbox mic, so I haven't really been playing anything online other than Seriously. And I actually got the last kill on, I recorded it. It was a chainsaw. Oh man, I was going to leave it suspense. I'm probably going to upload that video. It's a pretty, I thought it was really special, so I'm probably going to upload the video of me getting Seriously 2.0. Pretty, I don't know, maybe even today or tomorrow. And so, all throughout, not only do you have to dodge the spinning lights and spinning screws or whatever those things were before, these lurkers on the walls constantly shoot whatever they shoot at you, and you gotta dodge those things. Before you move up, you really gotta take care of those, because if they hit you, sometimes it'll like knock you over a little bit and knock you into the wall or the spinning thing. And I need you to follow the steps. Over the course of the remaining few episodes, we're going to learn more and more about these steps. And the steps, I don't remember them off the top of my head, but step 4 is where things go. If I'm remembering correctly. Actually, I think Strauss talks about it a little more later in this episode. I'll comment more on it then. Speaking of commentaries, reminded me seriously again. You can't, if you're gonna grind an achievement like that, and luckily Dead Space 2 doesn't really have any grind-worthy achievements. I got all the Dead Space 2 achievements in like a day or two, but except for hardcore, that took like a month. But you can't grind an achievement like Seriously 2.0, which takes upwards of 10 hours, without having some sort of distraction. Like, you can't just go in there and start killing over and over and over and over. You gotta have something to listen to, something to keep your mind off the game. And I used that guy with the glasses and Spoonie. And for those of you who don't know who Spoonie is, he's I think he's a really cool commentator, and he does like game reviews and movie reviews and stuff. But anyway, there was a show that they did. It's not even a show, it's like a movie, where it's called Kick-Assia, and Spoonie and Nostalgia Critic and all them take over the town, or the little, it's like an acre of land that they call Kick-Assia, which, there's cheesy acting, like dialogue, all that kind of stuff. The acting, like the props and lighting, they're not top-notch, obviously, but I thought it was a really funny movie. I mean, they didn't spend millions of dollars on it. I'm sure they spent, not much at all. But if you're really looking for something funny to watch, I recommend that. So for this thing, you kind of like, you might not want to. I like to get right up into space, like right up, can't talk, right next to it, because it has a hard time shooting you. And make sure you pick up the ruby semiconductor again. So you got to pick up this thing and put it on the door. There's a part coming up, I think, unless I'm making it up, where I couldn't find the thing. No, that's way later in the Let's Play. There's one part way later in the game where I can't find the thing, and I'm searching for it for like 5 minutes. Make sure you keep track of those, because sometimes they're just floating around and you gotta find them. So let me, I'm gonna let you guys watch this. He's talking about the steps again.
I think I'm close.
Well, that was shorter than I thought it was gonna be. Usually I have some sort of, like, sense of how long the things are going to be, because I remember, but it's been so long since I've done anything with this Let's Play, I don't really remember. But I think we're actually about to get to the safe spot. There's this, to my right there will be an enemy. Yes, there will. That's a stalker. That's legs cut off already, which is kind of weird. I remembered, like, as I was doing this, I knew it was going to be there, but I forgot. It's a good thing. Those things can kill you pretty easily. So now I'm gonna let you guys watch this pretty long cutscene.
Glad to see you've got all your parts.
You alright?
Yeah.
There are 4 steps.
No thanks to Twitchy here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Step 4. She'll be waiting.
Jesus, Strauss. You okay?
It's getting worse.
What is step 4? Who will be waiting?
If the screws, if the needle, she'll be waiting.
He's not gonna make it. We gotta keep moving.
There's an industrial transport upstairs. Runs on the same spoke as the commuter train. It should get us to government sector. One of us will have to deploy it from the gear house.
Staring, asking. I
Stay here and, try to get him on his feet.
if the needle, she'll be waiting.
So you can really see how Strauss is taking all this bad news and the stuff that's going on around him. I feel kind of bad for him. We'll see what happens to him eventually. Probably not even that soon, or not that far in the future. But you kind of do want to get this large medpack schematic, and that's really all there is left for this episode, because that save spot is right there. And before you save, if you're going to save here, move these tables, because if you don't, you're going to have to move them every time you die. Little tip I learned there. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Dead Space. I want to see you guys back for the next episode, where we take on Chapter 9, and we see a pretty familiar sight. See you guys.